Is it on, honey? Is this thing recorded? What's up to the lands all across the land? This is your girl T.S. Madison, honey, and I'm coming to you loud, live, and always and forever in color. Are you ready? I need for you to buckle your seatbelts, baby, because this is about to be a bumpy ride. You are about to get turned out with T.S. Madison. Yes.
Hi, Tasha. Welcome to an all-new season of Turnt Out with T.S. Madison on FOXSOUL. Thank you to FOXSOUL, the production team, our special guests, and most importantly, the viewers who made season 1 a success. We back like we never left, baby, with so much in store for you. This is the variety show for everybody. The he's, the she's, the thems, the theys, and all the identities in between. In a world divided by varying beliefs, opinions, traditions, and experiences, I, the TS, am here to bridge the gap. Now get comfortable because we're serving up laughs, spilling tea, and sharing up Kiki, honey. However, it won't be all fun and games. We'll also be covering the hard-hitting issues our society is faced with, racial inequality, LGBTQ rights, and every other topic we ain't supposed to discuss at the dinner table, but we do. Now, y'all know me. I'm going to give it to you raw and unfiltered with a whole lot of love and a whole lot of laughter. So stay tuned, because I'm finna turn this up and turn this out. And trust, you ain't going to want to turn it off. But I'm not alone over here, y'all. My engineer, Nigerian Mo, is here to chop it up with me. Mo, what you did last night, baby?
Let's just say a little foo-foo and chill.
My God today, honey. My God today. Mo said foo-foo and chill. So I want to ask you a question, Mo. How many cheering is too many cheering?
Too many?
Uh-huh.
You know I'm African.
Well, I know you African.
And let me see, 7, 8.
7 and 8 is too many cheering?
That's too many.
I would have thought you said 2 was too many cheering.
No, because me, I'll take maybe myself. I'll take maybe about 4.
4 children?
4, yeah.
Ladies, y'all better wrap it a strap because Mo gonna drop it all off in you, honey. You gonna be pregnant with 4 little Nigerian babies running around here. Now listen, what I don't want you to do is get caught up in the whole Kiki Wyatt and Nick Cannon syndrome.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
Let me tell you what I call Kiki Wyatt. I call Kiki Wyatt soil, and I call Nick Cannon earth, honey. The soil and earth. Baby, you drop a seed in Kiki, honey, she got 90 more kids. You drop some earth down on Nick Cannon, oh baby, you done, honey.
No, that woman, she prayed to the god of fertility. That's what she did.
Oh, that would be Oshun, huh? You know I wanted to make a Beyonce joke, but I ain't gonna do that because I ain't got time for all that. Listen, honey, Soulmates and Maddie Mom, I want to hear your thoughts on all this. Join the live chat going on right now. You can also tweet at Turnt Out with TS, and don't forget to use hashtag Turnt Out. All right, y'all, listen up. When I tell you don't want to miss tonight's show, baby, you don't want to miss tonight's show. Actor Jensen Atwood from the hit show Noah's Ark will be joining me for a car chat to chop it up about his experience being typecast in Hollywood and how his professional life and personal life are 2 different things, honey. Our good friend, Dr. Contessa Metcalfe from Madison, visits with her husband, Dr. Scott, to talk about her relationship in the public eye, overcoming her issues in her marriage, her new lifestyle venture, and all the hot tea from the latest season of Madison. We also have a very special guest tonight, baby. Celebrity blogger Tasha K will be joining me to talk about her recent court case against rapper and entertainer Cardi B, the aftermath of everything, the business of blogging, and how she's changed since the court verdict. Soulmates and Maddie Mom, get your cocktails and snacks ready because we've got a good one for you tonight, baby. You don't want to miss a thing. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this. Check out our Turned Out bonus clip. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Sophia. What's going on, honey? You know, T.S. Madison, they put me out of the studio, girl. I told her, girl, I got somewhere else to go. I got my
our own studio. So we are here at We Are You Radio, honey. Yes, we are. And I'm here with my very special guest, the one and only Rob Malloy. Rob is a straight man, right?
Yeah, I am.
That's what he said. Is that your final answer?
That's my only answer.
Oh, okay. Rob is a straight man, and I am a straight woman. So it's just a woman to man. We just sitting here talking. No, seriously. We're going to be talking about some issues that are going on in the world today. Now, listen, in our community today, this thing, like, it's called gay for pay. You know what, these heterosexual men and women, they will pretend to be gay just so they can get the job. Now, sometimes they are in television, sometimes they're in movies, sometimes they're in porn. Oh, wow. So do you believe if a person that says that they are straight and they are doing these kind of jobs, are they really straight?
Whew. Yeah, all these questions are heat like this?
All of them.
Okay. That's a tough one because I feel like it's circumstantial. Because there's some things to where you are literally crossing boundaries that only if you go all in, you have to go all in if you're going to do it. So that's a good one. So I would say that's situational, but for the most part, you know, I think people act all the time.
Yeah, they act, but I don't know. I don't know too many straight men that's going to do some gay porn.
Nah, I don't know any.
Nah, you know, and then when I be seeing 2 men and 1 woman, that be suspect to me.
I agree with you, 100%.
Oh, hey.
I don't know
Now,
about the sword swinging and all. I don't know.
What you call it?
Sword swinging.
We call it cat fights.
That was our turned out bonus clip. Now back to the show. Jensen Atwood. Oh my God, the infamous Wade.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen that are watching out there, if you do not know who this fine stallion piece of man that's sitting next to me, honey, this is Jensen Atwood, Wade from Noah's Ark in the car with the TS. I just want to tell you, if you're LGBTQIA, you've been our crush. You do know that, don't you?
Yeah. The emails and the DMs definitely have told me over the years. But even more importantly, you know, someone who's helped people in their lives and in their journeys. More importantly than the heartthrob part.
Oh, we'll get to that. I want to get all the heartthrob stuff out of the way. Because we just pulled over here to the side of the road, honey, and I'm in the car with a beautiful man. And, you know, this usually doesn't happen this way. Oh, anyway, would you like some popcorn?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I also have nuts here. Would you like some nuts?
I'm calling the nuts.
You don't want no nuts? Okay. I'll eat the nuts. So I really want to talk about your time on Noah's Ark. From watching the show, I've always wanted to know how comfortable you were playing your character Wade. Oh, wait. Why did your eyes get so big like that? Why did your eyes get big? What happened?
I mean, it was a challenging role. It was definitely my most challenging role probably to date. You know, there was layers and levels of comfort to get through.
And it was that way because you are and you identify as a cisgendered heterosexual man.
Yes.
So you're a straight man.
Yes. Everything you just said, all those.
I tried to use all the terms because, you know,
Yeah.
we're in 2022.
Right.
And we want to make sure that we use all the correct and proper terms and stuff like that. But you a straight man.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it in this way, but I need to. I was once a gay male before I, you know, really deeply found my identity. And so me seeing this go on and me putting myself in the character of or in feeling what Noah was feeling on the show, and then having a man that comes through that really changed my whole life. It changed my life, and it changed my perspective on finding true love in the world. Because as gay people and LGBT people, you know, it's very difficult to find someone that really truly loves you for who you are, and especially coming from a straight perspective, because usually when we're dealing with men, as a trans woman, I can attest, men that deal with us identify as straight men. Like, I want to thank you, and I want to thank Patrick Ian Polk And the whole entire, like, I just want to thank you guys for letting us see ourselves on television. Yes.
So when I first got the script, I was kind of taken aback by what I was reading because I really wasn't prepared for it. Patrick Ian Polk, you know, who we mentioned, phenomenal director, writer, creator of Noah's Ark, and a bunch of other stuff too. But he gave me the script. It was called Hot Chocolate, and I really didn't know what I was about to read.
Hot chocolate.
It was called Hot Chocolate.
Ooh, Patrick.
And so when I read it, I was like, wait a minute. That means I would have to kiss a guy, a grown man. And I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing that. And then after the script was just kind of sitting on the desk, I started to question myself as to the why. Why did I disregard the project, you know, so fast? Me, a green actor who was fresh onto the scene, who was looking for opportunities, you know, I had to really start to question myself as to the why I wasn't even considering it. And it was because I was forced to think about things that I never thought about my whole life. You know, kissing a guy. What if I like it?
What if?
Right. I never thought about it before. And then I had to ask myself the question of, well, what if you are gay? And then I was feeling like very off-put because I was thinking about things I never thought of my whole life. And to even think about sexuality and people that are straight, people that are gay, and, you know, what makes someone straight, what makes someone gay, you know, I was now having all these questions in my head. And for me, and it's actually on tape, I was, the first time I kissed a dude was for an audition for Noah's Ark. And before I went in, this was maybe my second, third callback, and Patrick told me, like, you know, if this is a role you want to play, like, you might want to go ahead and, you know, kiss your co-star to show the producers that you can pull this off. And so I was like, here we go. And from that moment, before that moment, it was clear who I am, who I was before that moment. Once that moment hit, it was even clearer as to who I was.
You was like,
what I am. Yeah, this ain't for me right here.
Well, you've never been kissed right.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes. Here's a question that I've always wanted to ask you, just watching you on the screen. How big is it? No, that's not the question. That is one of the questions.
It ain't little.
Oh, woo! Oh, but I really wanted to ask you, have you ever been propositioned by a director, a casting agent, a studio, a person that because they thought that you were so parallel to your character that it was just like, I know if I give you this part, or if you come to this, has this ever happened to you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if I was to dive into all the times that it happened, I'd be a lot more famous and I'd be super rich at this point. But I'm cool on my path and the journey that I'm on and the pace that I'm on. I'm just fine with it. But even before
would you name
being
some
in the
of them that did
business,
it?
no, I
Oh,
can't.
God, you
but
don't want to-
even before being in the business, I've definitely had a few blank checks slid to me. Yeah.
So Jensen, what is next for you?
Oh, what is next? Well, I was just honored to win an independent award for Best Actor in a film called Velvet Jesus. Yeah, which can be seen on watchvim.com. I'm very proud of this film. It deals with trauma, you know, and I think it's going to be another one of those important films that help people, you know, which it's been a blessing in my career that I've been able to play characters that have helped people's lives. So Velvet Jesus is up. There's another sci-fi film I just finished
Ooh,
called.
you into sci-fi.
Yeah, that's really the lane that I really want to be in.
Ooh, you like extraterrestrials?
Big time.
Ooh, I'm glad I'm an alien.
It works out for both of us. And that film is called Once Upon a Lifetime. I just directed my first project called Better Together, which is on YouTube now. So, I mean, auditioning, one foot in front of the other. I'm always doing something.
Just to hug my neck, child. Let me drop you back off. My goodness, yes.
Put them boobs on my chest.
Now listen, you ain't got to ask me but one time. You ain't got to ask me but
It's
one.
hard to focus. I'm trying to look at your eyes. Jesus Christ.
Don't get trapped. Let me take you back over here. Put your seatbelt on.
Safety first.
Always. Check out our turned out bonus clip.
Listen, at what point does a marriage move from partnership to relationship?
Yeah, I would say that it's kind of in reverse. I think you have to establish a relationship first. I think that's non-negotiable. And then you form that partnership because that's a decision that two people make. So to answer that question, I would say in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
In the very beginning, that's when you make that adjustment.
So you start out in a relationship. And then it becomes a partnership?
Absolutely.
Oh, you say it's the opposite.
I think that you establish a relationship first because the relationship, it gives you different direct options of directions to go. You start out with a relationship, it may become a friendship, it may become a partnership. Obviously, when it's a marriage, it's wide open. You can do whatever you guys decide to do.
So it's relationship, then a partnership. So if they do the partnership and try to go into the relationship, then that's when the cheating come in.
That's when
So,
a lot of stuff come in.
Do you believe once a cheater, always a cheater?
No.
You don't?
I don't. I believe that you can have a life-changing experience that could actually make you do a 180. It has to be a life-changing experience. Like you either have to lose it all or somebody that gave, that basically took a piece of you and walking away with it. So I just believe that you can make that adjustment.
You can?
Yes.
You think?
Yes.
I think once a cheater, always a cheater, honey. Because they done been hurt, like you said, they done been hurt. So all their goal is to hurt other people. Because hurt people want to hurt people, right?
They do, but that hurt person can be healed at some point, right?
Yeah.
Is a hurt person always a hurt person?
Majority of the time, especially in our community, in the world, in the black community. When I say our community now, I'm talking about the black community. Because, we don't want to go seek no help. We don't want to go to no therapist. We just want to go to church. We want to go to the club. And we just want to go to the liquor store. That's how we heal our hurt. And you already know that don't work. Come on, Rob.
It doesn't work. It's a downward spiral. You're right.
That was our turned out bonus clip. Now back to the show. Hush. Y'all, we're back with Turnt Out with T.S. Madison on FOXSOUL. Most of you know who my next guest is from the popular show Married to Medicine. Here to talk about relationships, love, and everything else. Please give it up for Dr. Contessa Metcalfe and her husband, Dr. Scott Metcalfe. All right.
Okay.
Now here we go.
Here we go. Truth.
Season 8 saw the focus being placed heavily on your marital issues, with many people criticizing Dr. Scott for some of his actions.
In season 7, they was criticizing me for my actions, for going to school and getting a degree, and so it all is so circular.
And they also criticized you for not leaving him.
Yes. Where they want me to go exactly? Like, would they want me to go to another guy who's gonna be the same person, or you don't even know who he is? I mean, did you see the Tinder swindler?
Was there infidelity?
No, there was not infidelity.
I
Whatever
heard
the show
it
leads to.
was.
Give me the tea. Give me the tea, Contessa.
Look, give him more. Look,
Give me the tea. Give me the tea.
I heard it was.
Give me the tea.
I heard it was. And that's
Who you heard it from?
I heard it from friends, people who I thought were my friends, and some people would just say stuff to you that would be like, girl, and they wouldn't ever give you anything concrete, right? But they would plant these seeds. And so that's enough when you're in a place of discontent to just make you say, are you kidding me? Like, I'm doing this, I show up, we both pay these bills. Like, I take care of my kids, I don't hang out, I'm literally giving 100% to this relationship. And you literally out in these streets, like, I just
So let me do this for you, sister. What you was doing, Dr. Scott?
I'll tell you what, hanging out
He hangs out.
Hanging out for me is going out, hanging with some other married man, typically going to a cigar bar or going to a bar.
Your wife's face?
It ain't no dancing, it ain't no club dancing, it ain't never happened, none of that kind of stuff. You know, I'm not a frequenter, I'm not a strip club guy.
No,
never
not
been,
that.
Never been. Like if you watch the show, I would always say, like, we just need a tune up, like we just not vibing. We just were not vibing at all, you know, for years.
Why?
I don't know. It was like, I don't know, were we growing apart? We didn't know. So that's why we got into counseling. Finally, we got into counseling. That's a long story until we got into counseling because, you know, I was like, I don't need to tell nobody my business ever, you know. But, you know, when she went to Nashville, it was like, I thought that I'm doing everything I can do while she's in Nashville, like I'm holding it down, right? So I was doing what I thought was best for Contessa. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I was doing what I thought was best for her, or best for our relationship and family, but it wasn't the best thing. You know, like in hindsight, I'm like, when she went to Nashville, you know, I could have went there with her. I could have done telemedicine. She wouldn't have been there by herself. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was a high level of discontent for her going to Nashville with me not being, because I mean, my position, the job I have, the jobs I do, I could have easily, probably not easily, but I could have transferred and, you know, went, because she went out of town for 2 years. So this woman was traveling back and forth from Atlanta to Nashville.
Sometimes I would drive up that morning and drive back that same day.
What she heard was rumors, lies, fictitious, deceitful things, friends getting in her head, trying to, you know, sow discord in your relationship. So everything that she's saying that she heard was all false.
Exactly. And tell me this, who were your friends to tell me that?
Well, you know, some of them that said it to you.
When you were in Nashville, you are a very beautiful, attractive, desirable woman.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
And I didn't do anything. It was nothing like that, but it was a moment for us too to say, again, are we co-parents or are we a couple?
Right.
Because when that choice was made too, that this is important to me, and he said, I'm gonna stay in Atlanta and I'm gonna do this, even though he ain't got no family here, like, it was nothing keeping him here. I was like, so it is like not about us. Like, cause if he said, let's move to LA, I'd be like, baby, okay, where we going? Let's find a house and let's do it. Cause we're the person, like, it's us.
I get it.
And I had to start figuring out, am I gonna be able to be okay by myself? And that was, for me, a moment where I was able to determine.
You wouldn't have been by yourself.
I was gonna be okay.
You wouldn't have been by yourself.
And I wouldn't be by myself.
If she wasn't gonna be with me, she was gonna be by herself.
He's a Scorpio. So this is a side of Scott that I was trying to warn people about.
Child, they told me down there to the blogs, honey, that season 9 has wrapped. And the blogs are saying that y'all turned out.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I scared myself a little bit. Like,
Was y'all on there fighting? Were you on the show fighting, girl?
What's the definition of fighting?
Throwing hands, raising.
Do they have to make a connection in order to? If you throw them, but I don't know. I mean,
they was fighting, y'all.
You have to watch.
They was fighting.
So let me tell you, this is the problem with.
Was any weave snatched?
Not, I mean, no,
wigs?
Not mine.
Wigs?
I'm just not
a lot
mine.
Of them wear wigs
not
too.
mine. I'm
okay.
just. I mean, look, this ain't what you want. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, so. This is another thing that is a challenge, and I can see how people will be resistant to be on reality television. Mm-hmm. We all have I strive to be Claire Huxtable. It's real possible that we all come from where we came from. We all have our childhood trauma, our triggers, and we get triggered. And no matter what you say, no matter what you try to do, you get to a place where you like in middle school again. It's like, wait, did you just like jab me? And so you just can't help but to respond. And that's, I think, what happened this year. This year, because of COVID, I know everybody blame everything on COVID, and it's a good excuse.
Now listen, Dr. Scott, you have this ointment and stuff that you got going on, honey, and you have a song.
So one day, my nephew is coming over. He gives the kids piano lessons, every week. And then we'll sit there and we'll harmonize, we'll sing gospel, we'll do whatever we want to do. We'll have a good time. Like after he leaves, we'll just have a little jamboree for like 15 minutes. And then my other family member, he sent me some tracks. He makes beats professionally. And then he sent one and it had the title of it, he had Middle of Nowhere. And I was like, damn, I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. 'Cause this is right when we was going through the thick of it. And so one day I just played it and I was like, damn, I started vibing to it, and I was like, oh, I'm going back to high school now. I'm going back to my little college days where I used to get on the mic and try to rap a little bit.
He wanted to be a rapper. He didn't want to be a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
So you wrote a track to it?
I always knew I wanted to be a doctor, but, you look at I used to always rap. Me and my buddies used to always rap in high school. Just sing, rap, whatever we need to do, act.
Well, can we get a little bit of that?
I'm not that shy, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I love that.
And this is my ointment.
Oh,
my ointment is one of my hats.
That's the
It's the alter ego.
Yeah, so you got to put, so
And
that's
who inspired the song?
you.
Oh. All right, honey, you getting it right here on Turnt Out with T.S. Madison on the exclusive ointment song.
I ain't never believed the saying that if you love something, let it go, and if it was meant to be, it would come back to you. I'm more like, if you knew better, you'd do better. Gotta keep it.
On rainy days it rains away. Please come take this pain away. I know I might have led it straight, but take me back, I found my way. Never thought I'd see the day. Hey doc, you okay? Hesitant for me to say, man, I think I lost my bet. Temptation's always lurking. Don't confuse cheating with flirting. That's wrong and not deserving. I ain't out here doing dirt, and now it's me who's hurting. Before we call it curtains, I'm ready to put the work in, and baby, that's for certain. I'm lost. Said I'm so lost without you. Lost. Said I'm lost without you. Lost. Said I'm so lost without you. Lost. Said I'm lost without you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
That's what he told me. He told me he would be lost without me, and I was
my
like,
God, that was so sweet. I felt it on the inside. I did. I felt that. It was so sweet.
I'm ready to put this work in. One thing, that's for certain, I'm lost.
I'm so happy for y'all. Listen, Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott, thank you for joining me tonight on Turnt Out with T.S. Madison on FOXSOUL. You can catch the couple on Sundays, Married to Medicine on Bravo TV. Give a round of applause for Dr. Contessa. Check out our Turnt Out bonus clip.
Okay, listen, we're in a place in our lives now where these bloggers, the celebrity bloggers, they are really getting out of control. Do you believe these bloggers are out of control?
Yeah, I didn't typically follow that, but I'm seeing it because it's flooded in social media. You got to see it. You can't avoid it. And I do. I believe that they are literally climbing on top of each other just to get to a point where people will listen to what they have to say, whether it's the truth or not. But because they consistent with what they pushing and whatever their narrative or agenda is, it's literally out of control. They up in folks' business to where they making up stuff now.
Right, and it's lies. You're making up lies and stuff. But the thing about it is the internet is out of control.
Yeah.
Same thing with our bloggers. When the bloggers tell lies, make up stories, people believe that. Because what Grandma say? A lie will go around the world faster than the truth. Yes, my inner wheels.
That's a fact.
Now, what is too much for social media?
What is too much? That's good. That's good. I would say, for me, too much would be to share what's going on literally in my family, like family business, because there's certain things that don't need to make it online. Things that's going on, whether it's, my parents, whether it's my kids and things like that. Just basically taking away family members' rights and letting the world see some stuff that really is household stuff. So I would say that what when it comes to family stuff is way too much. And then people just completely, exposing themselves as far as doing whatever it takes to get attention. And that means they lying on themselves to make themselves look better. And a lot of times at the expense of other people around them.
Right. And, I was with a celebrity, and we were at her home, and she was, we were there for a party.
Right.
And these people were in there, everybody is a reporter now because they have their phone. So everybody think they're a reporter. So these people would just whip out their phone and just start recording stuff because they're around celebrities and stuff, and they think it's okay.
Right.
So this person had to go and tap the person on the shoulder, hey, turn that off. And they was like, hi, I'm just kidding. Turn that off. Right. I don't need my house all over social media.
Right.
And it was like, oh, I hadn't thought about that. That is very disrespectful.
Man.
That was our turned out bonus clip. Now back to the show. Hi. Welcome back to Turned Out with T.S. Madison on FOXSOUL. Next up, this person is no stranger to the blogs. She's famous for her relentless pursuit of the news, breaking stories, and being on top of all the hot gossip. By any means necessary, she has broken some of the top stories to hit the streets on her popular YouTube show, Unwind with Tasha K, which boasts 1 million subscribers. She was also the talk of the blogs recently with her infamous defamation case against hot rapper and entertainer Cardi B. Here with me to talk about all the things, please give a warm welcome to the infamous Tasha K.
I got my wine in the bottle. That was amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Tasha. So, Tasha, girl, let's jump right into the depths of it.
Let's get it.
How did you get yourself into this situation with Cardi B?
I don't know.
Sister, why?
I mean, protocol is the same. Celebrities, they hit their Instagram. I said, sue her. So she sued. That's what went down.
But Tasha, I just want to know, honestly, was it worth, you just not taking any of the videos down?
It was. It really was. I mean, here's the thing, because in every situation, there's a lesson, okay? And so my channel was going smooth. We had no problems, you know what I'm saying? And, we're growing. Yes, we got beefs here and there, but for the most part, everything, we have a great relationship with YouTube. And so I'm going to be honest with you, everything was smooth sailing, so I thought this would go smooth sailing. But, the universe had otherwise and said no. So, I mean, for the most part, like I said, I wouldn't change anything about, what happened, because I've learned so much as a businesswoman, as a blogger, as a talk show host in the making. And so, yes, I wouldn't have had it any other way.
But girl, was it at the stake of $4 million, Tasha K?
Well, the appellate court ain't ruled on that yet, so we got we got to wait. Listen, and there were so many things, and I've said this before, like, there were so many things that went down in the courtroom that I wish I could talk about that hindered a lot of, the case on both sides. And so that's what this, the appellate court for the 11th court is for. So they review everything to make sure it was good. And, a lot of things that was put in place, you have to abide by the law, of course. And so our case was probably the 4th or 5th defamation case ever in the United States. People don't try defamation. It doesn't make it to court. But I said, we going to court.
So what it sounds like to me is that this was all a plot that Todd set up some kind of way. No, but this sounds like this was like something that you said, okay, I may not win this case.
Of course.
I may get sued.
Of course.
But I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to make this work in my favor.
Why are you telling my business?
Oh.
Why is
telling my business. Listen, I need the bottle. No, go ahead.
Go ahead, pull up. But this is what I'm saying, sister. So I want to know. So how was your support system during this time? Like,
oh man, amazing. My husband, you know, and here's the thing that a lot of people don't know, is that I when I was pregnant and the case was filed, I said, you know what? If she want the videos down, I'll take them down if it's that bad, because I had a high risk pregnancy and I didn't want any extra stress. You know what I'm saying? And so, but my husband, he was in the DR enjoying his time, and he said, you know, he heard about what happened. He said, no, put the videos back up, because I did take them down, and we just gonna find some lawyers, and we did that. And so my support system has always been amazing, strong, supportive, and guess what? You know, when we go through things like this, it's life. You know what I'm saying? In life, you're gonna have, you know, you're gonna fail. And so when you fail, is it necessarily you failing if I'm better at what I'm doing? Because this made me better. Imagine if I was bigger, the number would have been bigger. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, I'm excited. When I tell you, and I say that humbly, I am excited that this happened the way that it did.
People were like, during the whole case and all the hoopla and all the stuff that was going on, people were really trying to get me to speak on it. I didn't say a word. I wanted this to happen. Oh. I didn't want to talk about you. I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, you played your cards right. A lot of them could have had it. You played your cards. Yeah. I've been telling people, just hit the email.
Yeah. So what do you say to people who would say, like, okay, all of your stories about her were fabricated?
That's absolutely not true. And she knows that. So.
Really?
Yes. Including that one. But go ahead.
Because you know the story.
Including that one. But go ahead. Yeah.
Really? But when all of this stuff was going on, Tasha, I have to say, for me personally, I was sitting on the sidelines and I was like, girl, now I love my sister. Yeah. But I wouldn't go that deep into, you know, this woman's personal business or into her. And by no way, like...
Well, I don't. It's the family and the friends that go deep. I just report.
Now listen, can you shed a little bit of light on the alleged reports that your husband and his testimony on the stand had a lot to do with you losing this case?
We're a team.
Okay.
So, I mean, they only had him on the stand 5 minutes.
But that 5 minutes trended.
It trended because, you know, you got two sides of the courtroom, right? Mm-hmm. I had 3 people on my side. There was 20 on hers. They asked him business questions. They didn't ask him anything about my stories because he doesn't know. We have parts that we play. So, and he was only up on the stand 5 minutes, but the transcripts will be out.
So you waiting on the transcript?
I mean, the internet waiting on them. The internet waiting on them.
So did you actually confess to making up stories about Cardi B?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
No. And the transcripts will prove that. Yes. Yes.
So, Tasha, you don't think that you contributed to any of her pain and suffering and turmoil and things?
No, I done told you.
But sister, but you know what? No, but you know why I want to ask you this? Because we're both human beings.
Exactly.
And if somebody is online and they're dragging us in spaces about things that are untruths to us, and they're wearing it out, and then you have this thing, because you know I'm a fan, and you have this thing where you say, well, my sources tell me.
Absolutely.
How credible do you think your sources are?
As credible as when I talk to any other person on the phone and they provide me pictures and whereabouts and text messages and even recordings, you know? So there's a reason why a lot of stuff didn't make it. But Tias, I tell you what, like, and I know a lot of people want to know what went down, but because I paid these white people a lot of money, close to $1 million. They got more money. I got more money to spend. I ain't trying to write another check with my you know what I'm saying? So listen, I trust me. Tasha K has not changed. Tasha K is still very much Tasha K. And one day, It may be a year from now, maybe 2. Everything gonna come out. It's gonna come out Tasha K style.
There are lots of people who said that you were on Nicki Minaj's payroll and that you did this because you were paid by Nicki Minaj to do this.
The lies. Where is Candy when you need her? The lies. The lies. Nicki don't with lawsuits. She don't with the legal system. You understand what I'm saying? So she's very protective about that. And so she really knew nothing about my case. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
but this was what people were saying. Like a lot of people, because you know of that long-standing situation that that she and Cardi B have. But you know,
I mean those are two. And so this is what they failed to report. Now I can say this, okay? So there was a question asked in court. Do I feel that Cardi B is on the level of Nicki Minaj? And I looked at Cardi B and I said, yes. Yes. Absolutely. When we talk about stardom and influence, now has she accomplished what Nicki Minaj has accomplished? Has she broken records? Like, no. But on the same level, as far as influence, yes. Yes, and Nicki Minaj gave her that clout.
So will your style of blogging change after this?
Oh, it done got better, child.
Oh, better.
You ain't seen the, Tasha K has arrived.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after this brief break. Hush, y'all, hush. We are back on Turnt Out with T.S. Madison on Fox Soul. Not Tasha.
Oh, Lord.
Listen. Do I need to give you $20 subs, girl?
I need it.
You need it?
I need it.
Where you gonna come up with this $4 million from?
I got paperwork for that.
You got paperwork for that?
Yeah.
Do you got paperwork? Do you got lawyers in place? Do you got insurance in place?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Do you got it, sis?
Look, we falling out the car, some of they neck hurting, some of they back ain't working no more. I ain't got nothing.
You ain't got nothing?
Nothing.
My God. So, Tasha, just for fun, I want to play a little game called Should I Blog It or Should I Leave It?
Okay.
In this game, we give each other scenarios and explain why we would report on it or not touch it. So let's have a little fun, shall we? If your source was at an exclusive party and reported back that a fight broke out outside with gunshots ringing out and someone allegedly got shot in the hand, do you blog it or do you leave it alone?
Blogging that. I touched the one got shot in the foot allegedly. Yeah, they still can't find no bullet, you know? I try to tell everybody it was gravel on the ground when you barefoot and drunk. But go ahead.
So you would blog it?
Absolutely. That's my job.
Next scenario. If your high-powered friend invites you to a party where there will be drugs and all kinds of lewd and lascivious acts, but you must sign an NDA and leave your phone or any recording device in a lockbox, do you sign and enter and get the scoop? Do you enter and have a good time? Or do you not sign and trust your source for the tea and blog it? Or do you leave it?
I'm gonna send one of my one of my producers that love to get inside the party. They're gonna go for me and report back what's going on.
So basically, you're not signing no NDA.
Hey, I've never signed an NDA. You know that. You know that. Why you ain't accept nothing? Look. She know that. Still ain't signed one. Go ahead.
So tell me, if the president, prime minister, or Queen of England allegedly passed away, would you trust your source on this information and blog it or leave it?
Well, I got word on who that source was and why they said what they said and why the person felt comfortable enough, to report on that. I got to see the queen myself. You know, got 9 lives. Come on, 9.
So
the queen ain't dead yet. She ain't gonna die. You know they got the best medicated.
So basically, you wouldn't blog it.
I wouldn't blog that. No. I mean, we're talking about the royal family, okay? And so they have what they call protocol on how they announce deaths. They wouldn't try to hide it. Why would they try to hide it? You see what I'm saying? They've always announced. And so in this situation, like, I don't really touch death. So I have parameters in which I stay in, because when people die, people are watching and they're grieving over that person, and they need a moment. And they don't need to be hearing everybody saying this and that or reporting and their day. And I'm sure he up a lot of days with that, okay? Yeah. Trash, okay?
Don't do that. You ain't never gonna be nobody but who you are.
I can't. I'm 40 years old. I turned 40 March 10th. So.
Well, happy birthday.
That's why I'm hot all the time. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there any last words that you want to tell the kids before we get up out of here?
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm serious. Like, to see you grow and to break barriers in the way that you do in this team, I don't think out here know like what you got going on. And I see a lot of talking, you know what I'm saying, especially has-been that's still sitting in their house in a shoe closet with 4 pair of shoes that they can't fit in. You understand what I'm saying? Wishing that they can sit right there and fit the shoes that you're wearing in. So I am proud of you, and you better own it and ignore it. You've been good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard it here from Tasha K herself, Maddie Mob and Soulmates. Tell me what you think about this hot tea down in the Twitter, baby. Tweet at Turnt Out with TS, and don't forget to use hashtag Turnt Out, hashtag FOXSOUL, and let's keep the conversation going. We'll be right back after this. Check out our Turned Out bonus clip.
Whole thing about sports right now is a lot of people are upset because the transgender community, they don't feel like the transgender community, the males shouldn't be competing against the real men and the females shouldn't be competing against the heterosexual women. What do you think about that?
I think that that's controversial for the wrong reasons, because we have people that have made a decision and they've made that adjustment, and so now they are considered basically the ability to perform as a male category or female category. So, I mean, why change the rules then? I think that's tough to be able to do that. And really, when you break down to it, I think it has a lot to do with people not feeling comfortable with that person's ability. Because if they sucked, oh yeah, you can go play football. You know, you're going to get your head busted, right? Or you can go play basketball and they're going to drag you. But just the fact that people have natural God-given ability, I think a lot of people are hating on them because of that.
All right. Well, it's been nice meeting you, Rob.
My pleasure.
Rob, you
Yes.
got to come back in here so you can talk about your nonprofit.
I do.
Just tell us about your nonprofit right quick.
Yeah, just real quick. Keeping Veterans Fit is a nonprofit that was established to help veterans make the transition from out of the military to kind of navigate through the civilian life. And most importantly, to help that family, which is the support system of that veteran, to help navigate and figure things out, whether it's mental health, whether it is physical health, financial, or even find out all the benefits that you should be entitled to as a veteran.
Okay.
Yes.
And your dad was a veteran?
My dad is a retired Navy chief.
And you were a veteran?
I am.
I always wanted to be in the Navy.
What about the Coast Guard?
I want to be at the Navy.
What's so special about the Navy?
Because he was in the village people. Thank you, Rob. It was nice meeting you.
Oh, my God.
Now, man, I got my own studio.
That was our Turned Out bonus clip. Now back to the show. What I learned today is that everyone walked in their truth. Jensen walked in his truth about his reservation of taking on a gay role as a straight man that could have affected his life and career. And as a result, I've gained a newfound respect for him. Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott also walked in their truth in knowing that even after 15 years of marriage, they are still learning one another. Tasha K, and all of the turmoil and chaos that's going on in her career right now, is going to turn this thing around and make it work for her good. $4 million strong. You may not like her, but you have to respect the fact that in spite of what was done, she owes it and she owns it, baby. Today's episode was totally about owning it. Because if you can own it, you can survive it, and it won't own you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was tonight's show. I hope you enjoyed our guests. Stay updated with the shows on FOXSOUL streaming app, FOXSOUL YouTube, Roku, Android TV, and Tubi. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Turnt with TS. Bye.